All right, I want to take a look right now at the thing that has been hinted at in the cards previously, and that is the alien base on the moon. So I guess first we're just going to look at this with the straight up yes or no question, like, is this a thing? Right? And the Ace of Wands is a yes. So that has the root card of a Six of Swords. Here is an airship, and here is the burning city, and the airship here is going somewhere else. So, I mean, what I'm really taking out of this is just transportation back and forth. Like, there are probably crafts moving back and forth between that thing and here. So, I'm going to leave the root card down, but we're going to take this because this is just a yes or no, and the Ace of Wands is saying yes. Let's look a little deeper, I guess, and see if there's anything else that's kind of sticking out here. And not really. So this is just the answer yes. So I'm going to put it back in here. So what's going on there? What's going on there right now at this place? I mean, maybe it has been abandoned. This would kind of say that it hasn't, but I mean, there's a thing there. So what is going on at that base right now? So with the root card of the star, the main card is the world. Well, those are both pretty potent energies. Now, the world, here we have, this is another thing that's kind of been showing up in the cards. So here we have the freaking portal, right? Now, this, I'm going to do a yes or no because this makes me wonder. So, the portal, is there a portal on the moon that connects to a portal on Earth? And we're going to do a yes or no for this one. Basically like a Stargate or something like that, but that would go from Earth to the moon. And that is a no. So the gate that I think it's showing here does not go to Earth. Fascinating. So just looking at the world and the star, what do we got? With the root card of the star is like this blessing that comes down from the universe, you know, and it's kind of like when the things that you're trying to do, when they actually work out, it renews your hope and faith. So for the alien base on the moon, the star, I'm guessing, is showing that things are working well for them. Now the world is some sort of completion. The world is like the end of a cycle and something actually being completed. So if we're not looking at the literal gate that is showing up in the back, let's see what is being completed on the base on the moon. And the Three of Pentacles, this is showing collaboration. So whatever it is that they were working on there, it looks like they have actually completed it. Now, the question I'm going to ask, does this work that they were doing have anything to do with Earth? Because maybe it doesn't, you know. Maybe that was just a fucking handy spot to put a lab or whatever. But does this connect to Earth in any way? And the Seven of Pentacles, the witch practicing witchcraft. I mean, I'm taking this as a yes. And this is also cultivation of skill. So it looks like something was being cultivated, like they were working on something. We do have the blood coming from the tree. So that opens up all kinds of fucking weird shit with DNA and like whatever, literally bloodlines and that sort of thing. So this looks like here that something turned out really well for them and that they are completing this thing that they've been working on here, collaborating. So, are humans involved in this collaboration? Let's see. Now, as equals, right? Because in this three, because humans might be the cattle, you know what I mean? So I want to see if humans are involved in this in more of a collaborative, like working together type scenario. And we get a three of wands. Um, yes. So this would say yes, but I think more specifically, this would probably be human women literally giving birth to like whatever is going on there. I get okay, because this is leading that direction. We're going to go yes or no. Is this genetic stuff like giving birth to hybrids or whatever that is happening? Is that the collaboration that has been going on? We've got one right here. And that would be a yes. So we get the four of wands. So, okay, some sort of fucking genetic experiments going on the moon, collaborated between some aliens and probably human women. Okay. Now, to what end? To what fucking end? Well, our root card was also a two. A two of cups and a two of wands. I mean, so generally the two of cups is just about being open, right? It's about being open to each other and a really harmonious moment, not thinking about the future or the past. Maybe it's literally just about romance, you know? I mean, you do see her with her hand over her belly here, and this is another echo of this sort of pregnancy thing that we got going on here. And the Two of Wands might be about, digging in and sort of planting. I can see how this would be some sort of like DNA thing, how they would get their genetic material and sort of plant it here. And that being done through, I'm guessing, human women giving birth to not exactly human children. All right. So this is also going to be a yes or no. I'm going to collect these so we have all of this to work with. But the question is, do the aliens need the human DNA? Are they like going extinct or something like that? Or maybe they cannot reproduce. Let's see. Do they need human women? And the King of Pentacles. Fascinating. Huh. I mean, I could kind of see how this would be a yes, but it's also kind of a not exactly. For a court card to show up here, The root card, or the card that was on the bottom of the deck when the King of Pentacles came out, was the Judgment card. So the Judgment card might be their sort of like, it's kind of now or never as far as this goes. They might be facing some sort of crisis there. And the King of Pentacles really is about resources, right? And, huh. But honestly, this is like not exactly. The King of Pentacles is a fucking businessman. Now, are they going to sell these children? Wow, holy crap. I hadn't considered that. So, what happens with the offspring in this? The reverse Temperance card. Down here we got a Knight of Cups. Well, so if the Temperance card did not come out reversed, then this would be more about union, taking these two things that were separate and making a hybrid. I think the Nephilim were supposed to be a hybrid like this. Now, this might be actually trying to separate things that were blended in the past, which is interesting. I mean, maybe like human DNA actually overpowers some other fucking shit that was put in there before. Now, the Knight of Cups on the bottom here, this is the spiritual seeker. I don't really know how this fits into the specific question, but what I'm going to do is collect these, and I'm going to ask this again. So, what is to be done with the children or the offspring that are apparently being created on the moon? We're going to need more than this. But the Seven of Cups is, it's just logistics. When the Seven of Cups is reversed, it is about logistics, looking at things in a nuts and bolts sort of fashion. But what the hell are we looking at here? So the 7 leading into the 8. The 8 is about letting go of old emotional crap. All right. And then moving back farther into the 6, the 6 of Pentacles is just basically showing a big waste of resources. So this honestly isn't too much clearer to me than what was happening before. So, all right, different question. What characteristics are meant to be brought out? Because it might be that emotion is being erased. So let's just see what characteristics are being brought out by these procedures. And again, we get this Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is using, well, our root card at this time is the Empress. I honestly think that this is probably a fertility deal, but the Two of Wands here, you've got these two different tools, and they're being used together to kind of create a new tool. But the whole thing kind of says to me that it's probably about fertility. I'm going to do a timeline question to try to find out how long this has been happening, because it looks like they're succeeding or have finally succeeded in doing whatever the fuck this is. What is the timeline of how long this has been happening? So the Emperor it's a major arcana card, so this is showing kind of a bigger deal. And our root card here is a Three of Wands. But the Emperor, I mean, when I look at this, I'm going to say like 400 years. It's interesting that we have the little cow on the bottom too, because this might go directly into the cattle mutilation thing, that maybe they fucking use some of those parts for this as well. But hold on. Does the United States government know about this whole deal? And we get a hanged man. So, the hanged man. I mean, this might be part of what eventually gets fucking talked about, you know, as disclosure seems to be happening. But the hanged man, if they do know anything about it, they are entirely powerless. At least for the time being. The hanged man kind of can't do shit. But the hanged man also bound themselves. So if they did find out about it, then they would be like, look, we're not going to say anything. Which I guess makes sense. Well, I don't really know what to ask, so I'm probably going to stop this here and review this and then kind of go from there. But if you have any specific angles that you want me to look at this from, feel free to let me know. That's what we have for now, and peace.